My name is Hanaa Unus. I am the chaplain here at Shenandoah University, and I wanted to share a little bit with you about Ramadan and Eid, which is coming up for the Muslim students, staff, and faculty here at Shenandoah and around the Winchester community as well. This year, we'll be starting Ramadan on April 24th and we'll end with the Eid celebration on May 24th. Ramadan is actually one of the holiest times in the Islamic calendar. We've received the first revelation of the Quran from God through the angel Gabriel to the Prophet Muhammad, the last and final prophet of God. Because he received the revelation during that time, Muslims commemorate that through deep reflection with the Quran and through fasting through the month of Ramadan. During Ramadan, Muslims refrain from eating and drinking from just before the break of dawn until the sun has set. Jews fast, Christians fast, Muslims also have a way of fasting as well. We do fast every single day for 29 to 30 days from sunup to sundown. And that teaches us to be God conscious, it teaches us to remember the blessings that we have in our lives, and it teaches us self-discipline. There are several people who may be excused from fasting. Fasting is meant as something that should bring you closer to God, and so we never want anyone's health to be compromised. And so God has excused those who are sick. For some cases, women who are pregnant or nursing. Travelers are excused from fasting. Women who are on their cycle, women who have just given birth. All of those people are excused from fasting. Sometimes the elderly will have to decide if that's something that is good for their bodies or not. And that's something that they do in consultation with their doctor. So if the physician says it's not healthy for you, then we take that professional advice and we choose to not then fast at that time. If somebody is diabetic, for example, and they have medication that they need to take throughout the day, some people may be able to adjust their medication to suit the timings, and some may not. So if they're not able to and it requires that they take it during the time that they would be fasting, then they are excused so that they can take their medication and take care of their health. It's a nice option to fast with a friend, maybe not the whole month, that's a lot, but if somebody wanted to try a day of fasting, then we would welcome that. Muslims fast gain taqwa, God consciousness, to remind ourselves of what God has given us and how much we're dependent on Him. Something as simple as when you get thirsty and you want to have a sip of water and knowing that you can't have that till the end of the day, you kind of just have to work through the day with that. And that might be maybe not talking as much. It might be adjusting your exercise schedule. It could be a number of different things, but it makes you reflect on everything that God has given you and how much we're dependent on all of the resources that He gives us. It also helps us to relate to others who don't have what we have. So we know at the end of the day that we're going to have a nice meal, we're going to be able to drink all the water that we need to at night, but there are others who are fasting throughout the day and throughout the night because they don't have the means to have a meal at the end of the day. And so it connects us to those individuals in a way that we understand what we have and that we understand that we need to be giving to others as well and helping to support others. Eid al-Fitr comes at the end of Ramadan, and that's the celebration that we have that concludes Ramadan. Muslims are encouraged to take off of work, to take off of school, classes, and to come together with the community and celebrate what they've done throughout the month and that effort to become closer to God. But it's also a time of sacrifice. So Muslims will also make sure that as we celebrate and we get new clothes and exchange gifts, that we give to those less fortunate in the community so they too can enjoy a nice meal to celebrate and enjoy gifts and new clothes and time with their family as well. So it's a celebration and a little bit of sacrifice so that we can come together as a community and help others out as well.